Hey guys, what's happening? Today I'm going to be showing you a couple ways that you can go about building Venusaur. Now Venusaur is a dual type grass and poison type, which means he is weak to fire, ice, flying, and psychic, while resistant to water, electric, fighting, and fairy with a 4 times resistance to grass. Now if you look at Venusaur's stats, they're all pretty well rounded. Obviously his special attack and special defense are his best stats, but well, he's pretty tanky and also with a lot of damage to back up all that bulkiness. So I'm going to show you a couple builds I like to use on Venusaur. One of them being this defensive survival kind of build. For an ability, you're going to want to have Overgrow. The reason for this is when you get low on health and it's looking like the opponent might have the upper hand, Giga Drain is going to deal way more damage, which means you get way more health back, which brings you right back in the game. Also, you're going to want to have Big Root as your item, just because it works well with the moveset you have, being Ingrain, Leech Seed, Substitute, and Giga Drain. Now, this moveset is really good because you just set up Ingrain and Leech Seed, and then hide behind your Substitute while gaining a ton of health back, and dealing a little bit of damage every turn with that Leech Seed. Also, while behind the Substitute, you could just use Giga Drain and deal damage and get health back. And it's just insanely hard to put damage on this Venusaur. Because with the Big Root, you're getting even more health from Ingrain and Leech Seed than you normally would. Also, if you want to put Toxic and Synthesis on instead of Substitute and Giga Drain or something like that, and maybe go Ingrain, Leech Seed, Toxic, and Synthesis, that would also be really good because it's also insanely difficult to put damage on, and you're dealing a little bit more damage with that Toxic that keeps getting more powerful every single turn. For nature, you're going to want to run a Bold or a Calm nature. If you run Bold, you're going to want to go 252, 152, and 104. But if you run a Calm nature, you're going to want to go 252 and 252 in HP and defense. The reason for this is just to kind of balance out the defensive stats and keep everything balanced and make sure that it's not easier to put like physical or special attacking damage on him. Anyways, so the next build I'm going to show you is more of an offensive kind of build. There we go. For an ability, you're going to want to run Chlorophyll. The reason for this is just because it works really well with Sunny Day. Insanely well with this whole combination. It makes him really fast and deals tons of damage. For item, you're going to want to have Leftovers, just to have that extra survivability to actually set up the combo. The combo is the Sunny Day, Solar Beam, and Growth combination, which is insanely good, especially with the Chlorophyll ability because it makes him fast and deals tons of damage. So what you do is you set up a Sunny Day, and then use Growth. And the thing about Growth is normally it would boost your special attack and physical attacking stage by 1 each, but while it's sunny out, it boosts them both by 2 stages, which insanely boosts both your physical and your special attack. So for a physical attack, you're going to want to use Earthquake. Earthquake obviously is just a really powerful move, has really good accuracy, so it's pretty reliable. And it covers his fire type weakness. So if they have a fire type that they send out against you, Earthquake with 1 growth is probably going to one-hit it. Depending on the Pokemon, obviously, but odds are it's gonna KO that Pokemon. And with Solar Beam, it's just really good with the Sunny Day because normally Solar Beam takes 2 turns to actually trigger and hit the opponent, but while Sunny Day is out, it only takes 1 turn, and it can easily deal a ton of damage because with that huge growth boost and the stab bonus, it's just insane. For nature, you're going to want to run Adamant or Rash. You're probably going to want to run 252 and 252 in attack and special attack, and a little bit in HP, and maybe take 48 from special attack and put it in speed or HP if you run a Rash nature. But basically, it's just going to be dealing tons and tons of damage. And the leftovers helps just to set it up, and then you could probably sweep with the Venusaur because it has pretty good type coverage and insane damage. If you get one growth off, it's going to deal tons, but if you could get more than one, like 2 or maybe even 3 to max out the stat boosts, it's just insane. And the last one is kind of in the middle. It's more of a well-rounded build. For an ability, you're going to want to have Overgrow because it works with the grass type move you're going to have on, which I have Frenzy Plant. For item, Leftovers is probably going to be the best. Just like I said, for that survivability and getting in there to deal more damage and lasting longer. For a moveset, you're going to want to have Toxic, Leech Seed, Venoshock, and Frenzy Plant. If you want, you could take out Frenzy Plant and put in another grass type move like Energy Ball or Petal Dance, whatever your preference is, go ahead. So Toxic and Venoshock is a really good combination because with Toxic, it poisons the target, and then Venoshock has a huge boost when dealing damage to a target that is poisoned. So that, on top of the stab, Venoshock is going to deal insane damage to a poison target. So that's a really good combination. And plus, they're taking damage from the Toxic itself. So that's a win too. Leech Seed and Toxic obviously is always a really good combination because you're dealing damage and gaining it back every turn. It's just really, really good. And finally, the grass type move is just for the stab. Like I said, Frenzy Plant, Energy Ball, Petal Dance, they're all good choices for that. Frenzy Plant is obviously probably going to one-hit the Pokemon because it has really high base damage, but you do have to recharge, such as moves, kind of like moves such as Hyper Beam or Giga Impact or stuff like that. For nature, you're definitely going to want to run Modest. Modest is the best nature for this build, just for that really high special attack that you want to use with the Venoshock and the grass type move that you use. You'll be dealing tons of damage, and if you have 252 in HP, you're going to be getting tons of health back from the leftovers and the Leech Seed, and have that extra bulkiness to back all that up. Just like in the beginning I said, he's really bulky with the damage to back it up, and this build really shows that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I helped, and thanks for watching.